All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf, and of course, this is for DJ Wolf's Music Box. Yesterday, I decided to do something I hadn't done probably in about the past, almost the past year. But this is unprecedented because it was the most I've done. Yesterday, I turned in six of what I required gas. That's gear acquired syndrome items. Six of them. Let me uh, let me go into a little bit of detail about what I'm talking about. Gear acquired syndrome. I think that's what how they call it as. Is when you start buying new gear and the gear that you buy. Okay, here's all the stuff that I've acquired over the last few years that I actually took back, including one that I just used 2 weeks ago. All right, the Mixstream Pro, the Mixstream, or I'm sorry, the Mixtrack Pro 3, the Newmark Go controller, this little small controller, the Drum Brew Impact, and the Roland TR8. I tried to also offload the Ableton Push 2, but for some reason or another, I couldn't get any money for it because it only came up to the push screen, but it didn't go past that. For some reason, I always can get it to work at home. I never had a problem working with it at home. And I told the guy, I said, you have to be in the software in order for everything to come up because it's not going to come up past that. But he said he would have went on ahead and gave it to me anyway if I had unregistered the product, which I didn't. So I may keep it anyway. All right. Well, the five that I just named off, which is the Mixstream Pro, the Mixstream, I keep saying Mixstream, the Mixtrack Pro 3, Newmark Gold controller, the Drum Brew Impact, and the Roland TR8. I had to go back and take them over to Guitar Center and get some money for it. I probably shouldn't even went to Guitar Center. A guy told me, say, man, you really needed to got sold someplace else. You would have got a lot more money, which I would have. But I didn't want to waste time doing eBay. I had a bad experience with eBay about 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, and I was making good money with eBay. But for some reason on eBay, it just didn't work out. It really didn't. Not the way I wanted to. I really kind of got ripped off of eBay. So that's why I stopped doing eBay. I used to do eBay on the regular. But anyway, so I'm learning, even at my age, that I don't need all of that anymore. I'm actually thinking about taking my Roland Phantom keyboard back, but I may be using that keyboard. I gotta clean up the studio because the studio is a mess right now. So once I get that done, I'm gonna get back into the Roland Phantom. You know, that Joker actually made it. So that's the one I actually was planning on trying to make some really good money off of, but I probably not going to do it now. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, as you saw in the previous video, I did recently acquire the MPC One, and I still have my Machine Plus, which I was going to get rid of, and my SP404A, which I want to use in conjunction with my Machine Plus and my MPC One. The MPC One, I'm gonna tell you, I had one last year, played with it for a little bit, and it just quit. Decided not to really learn it. I was thinking it was too difficult. And it wasn't the first time I did it with an MPC controller. I did it with a few of them. I did it with a Renaissance. I did it with one of the MPC studios. The Studio Black I still have. I did it with two lives. Did it with a touch, and I did it with what I said the MPC one. Then I turned around Tuesday, first time in almost a year, and bought a MPC one gold. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since I bought it, I've been making beats on it every night for the last 5 nights. I never did that uh, that much with an MPC controller in years. Not even with the lives I had. Because I thought it was too difficult to learn. I actually seen a couple of other YouTubers say the same thing. Not a whole lot of YouTubers are saying that, but I have seen YouTubers admit that they thought it was very difficult to use. It's really not. The main thing is that you have to, if you're going to do NPC, you got to learn the process, just like I did with the machine. I know the machine process now. Now I'm doing beats on it. I do beats on it at will now. I actually got about 6 or 7 new beats that I hadn't even released yet. That's on my machine right now that I haven't uploaded yet, but I plan on it. So right now, I'm trying to spend more time on my MPC one and really get into it. And I said if I get good enough in MPC one, at some point I will get an MPC live too. But right now, I'm happy with my MPC one. I probably never get that up. MPC's been around for a long time, and now I know why. You know, the beats knock. They absolutely knock. Even on the slowest of ballads, they knock. I love it. You know, so I'm head first into it now, more than I've ever been. You know, they're easy to use. You have a lot of parameters that you have to set to tweak your sounds, but there is a learning curve on it. But it takes a little time to figure it out. So, just like it took me a few days to learn the machine plus, now I own 3 of them. I'm actually in the process of thinking about selling one of them already. I'm not going to sell the machine plus though. But the machine micro I have, and I have a machine studio. Machine studio I love. No, so those 2 are probably not going there nowhere. But the machine micro I might. But anyway, what I'm saying is that once you get a gear that you're interested in and you purchase it, at least make sure you know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? Not only know how to use it, make sure that you put interest into that gear and not stock up and pile on new gear every time you sit there. Oh, I can master that and master this. Just learn your craft and stick to the one you know best. You know, that's why a lot of guys on YouTube are such experts on the ones that they do have, like the Machine Plus, the MPC One, and the MPC Live, and the MPC Studios, because they took their time to learn it. That's why when you see it, they make it look easy because they've done it for so long. You know, I was thinking about doing a tutorial with the Machine Plus myself. You know, I've been doing it pretty much steadily for about a year myself, and I know it just about inside and out. There's a couple things I don't specifically do with it, but everything else I do with efficiency. Now I'm trying to do the same thing with the Machine One. So, which is the reason why I didn't get the I'm gonna keep the same Machine One, which is the reason I didn't get the MPC Live 2. As bad as I wanted, and I wanted the retro version, but I didn't get it. I said, no, if worst case scenario, I just get skins and put it on my machine. I keep saying machine. I'll just put it on my MPC One and get the skins for the retro, which I don't think I need to do because the gold is so pretty. It's so nice. It's a nice looking controller. I probably won't do it that way, but anyhow, as far as buying gear, nah. I mean, if you have it like that, of course, and you but I'm gonna tell you, for the most part, even if you do, it's not worth spending money on something that you ain't gonna really get into just because you see it. you know. And my thing is, it has to be an absolute desire for you not only to purchase it but to use it. You know, and I know it's coming from somebody who's been been doing gas for years. That's gear acquisition syndrome. You know, acquiring stuff that I didn't really need, and I'm learning. And this stack that you see says it all. I didn't need the two drum machines. I need that additional controller. Matter of fact, the controller I just used a few weeks ago out of Virginia don't even have a hard drive. It has a SIM card, but don't have a hard drive. But if I was able to put a hard drive in there, I would have been playing all my music in there, whether I had Tidal and Spotify access to it or not. You know, so it is what it is, folks. You know, drum machines I didn't need because I had that on my Machine Plus and Ableton Push 2 and my MPC 1. So I didn't need the drum machines anymore. You know, plus those drum machines are programmed drum machines that don't have quite the sound that I'm looking for when I'm doing it from these controllers. So, just saying. Let's not get into this buying a gear because it looks good or you think you can master it. Learn the products first from experts on YouTube who know how to do it firsthand. Study it like I'm doing right now. Learn it. Take notes just like you would if you were doing it for school. And then once you get it, get into it. That'll keep you from getting the gas. I'm out.